People comment on our videos all the time with their opinions on whether PPF is worth it, or that it's stupid, or that it's absolutely awesome and it totally saved their life. In fact, we had a text from a customer just this morning that we posted on our Facebook. The guy was actually happy that when a giant rock hit his car, it just dented the paint, broke the windshield, but it didn't crack the paint. Now, why is that important? You could say, hey, it's still dented it. A paintless dent removal guy should be able to remove that dent if the paint isn't damaged. Before we start this, I am biased, obviously. I own one of the biggest paint protection film shops in the United States. We've got 3 locations, we're working on more. I realize that this product is how I make a living. I realize that my word is going to come across as biased. That's okay. I'm gonna try to be as honest as I can and give you the pros and the cons of paint protection film. Let's start with the cons, since everybody loves to be negative, so we'll start there. The obvious one, the one that we get the most comments about, is it's not cheap. If you're looking for a cheap way to protect your car, this ain't it, sorry. With that being said, cars are getting more and more and more expensive. If you've ever had to have a car fixed in the last 5 to 10 years, it is extremely expensive to fix a car. So keep that in mind, but with that said, paint protection film is not cheap. If you have a really cheap car, a really old car, it is probably not the product for you. The second reason not to get it is that you can kind of see it. And I say kind of because if I'm standing here and looking at this truck, I won't be able to see it even if I know where it's installed. But if this is a car that you're going to be entering into concourse shows and judges are going to be looking at it from an inch or 2 away, if this is a car that you want to be a museum quality piece that sits in a garage and you never drive it, and you want it to look absolutely perfect, paint protection film is probably not the way to go. In that case, I would suggest a good polish and a ceramic coating. But if you're not really worried about rock chips and scratches, don't do PPF, because you will see an edge here and there. You will see a speck of debris underneath the film here and there. No matter how good the installer is, that's the reality of it. I think the benefits outweigh the cost, but we'll talk about that in a minute. PPF does not last forever. Contrary to what some people might tell you, lifetime warranty, whatever, we have a 10-year warranty on the film. So what does that mean? That means it's covered against yellowing, cracking, or peeling. Yellowing was a problem in the early days of PPF, not so much anymore. Cracking, same thing. And peeling is, adhesive failure. That is something that can happen. Now, it's warranted for 10 years against that, but it's not warranted against physical damage. And we're very honest with our customers about this. The film is designed to be a sacrificial barrier. It can take damage. It will take damage. Think of a bulletproof vest. If somebody's wearing a bulletproof vest and they get shot, if it's a big enough bullet, fast enough bullet, hard enough bullet, it might even penetrate the vest. If it's not, the vest will still stop the bullet it is designed to stop, but the vest is damaged. The next time around, you're gonna have to put a new vest on. So that's true with paint protection film. Now, the way you can think of this is that most of the time, most of the things hitting off of that bulletproof vest are like BBs. They're barely even making an impact. Now, if it was just your body, the BBs would still hurt. I think we would all agree, and it would probably still leave a mark and cut you. But when you have a bulletproof vest on, the BBs are doing nothing. Paint protection film self-heals. We'll get into that when we talk about the reasons for it, but it doesn't last forever. It is a sacrificial barrier. So how long does it last? That's a question we get all the time. Well, if you drive your car 5,000 miles or if you drive your car 10,000 miles a year, you're gonna get a much different answer. If it's garage kept versus not garage kept, if it's in Miami or Pennsylvania, you're gonna get different answers as well. So general rule of thumb, you should be able to get 5-6 years out of the high impact areas, maybe the bumper, the rockers. The rocker panels on a high performance car, something like a Hellcat, a Z06, something like that, you might have to replace those once a year to keep them looking great. But the paint underneath should be protected. And that brings me to the last negative, the last reason that you should not consider getting PPF, and that is once the film is past its useful life, whether it's damaged or just the warranty period has expired, you do need to remove it at some point. So what does removal look like? We get comments on this all the time that this stuff's impossible to get off. There's a lot of people that work in body shops that say, do not get this because when a car comes in with this stuff on it, we can't get it off. It takes 10 hours, it's expensive to remove, all that kind of stuff. That's true, especially of older films. That's true of films that have been left on way past their warranty period or the clean removability period. So the warranty has to do a little bit with the adhesive as well. The manufacturer has designed the adhesive to last that long and still have somewhat of clean removability. As long as you remove it before then, you should have no problem. We've removed 8-9-year-old film. I don't think we've ever removed 10, and it comes off very easily. If it's a garage kept car that doesn't see a lot of UV, it'll come off like it's only been on there for a week. So one of my cars has had film on it for 8 years. It's time to replace it. It was the older version of xpel. It was just called Ultimate before Ultimate Plus. Had a little bit more texture in the appearance than the new stuff does. The new stuff looks like glass. And we started to remove some of that the other day, and it came off like butter. Barely even left any adhesive 8 years later. I've only put 10,000 miles on the car in those 8 years, so you can beat me up for that all you want, but I've also removed it off of a car with 150,000 miles that was 8 years old, and it came off pretty easily. Another 30 minutes or so of getting adhesive off after the film, and we were done. With that being said, if the car has ever been repainted or you leave it on way past that period, you're gonna have a bad time. Now that I've talked you out of buying the product that pays my bills, let me talk you into the product that pays my bills. Despite all of those things, there is a list of reasons why people get this product, myself included. Number one, first and foremost, it works. It does what it says it is going to do. It successfully stops rock chips and scratches. It really does self-heal. That is not a marketing gimmick. If you wash your car, swirl marks, micro scratches, all that kind of stuff, it's real. They go away in the sun. It's really awesome. Your car will look incredible for many, many years to come, especially if you wrap the entire car. Secondly, even though you can kind of see it, like I mentioned before, it is basically invisible. To most people, if they have no idea there's film on their car, on your car, even if they're right on top of it, if they're not looking for it, they're not gonna see it. It's really, really good if it's professionally installed by a good installer. That's the caveat there. If it's a bad installer, if it's a bad film, you're gonna see it a lot more than you see it with a good installer. Another reason is sort of the vanity behind this. If you're somebody that cares about your stuff, you just want your stuff to look good, then you're probably gonna spend the money on paint protection film. It's kind of like expensive makeup or clothes or I don't know, but it helps the thing that you're driving look good. A lot of people care very deeply about the thing that they're driving, myself included. It means much more to me than something to get from point A to point B. It's kind of part of my personality. When I roll up somewhere, everybody knows that's my car. That's the kind of way I look at my car. So I want to take care of it. And number four, don't keep up with the Joneses, be the Joneses. And so this is something that I like to tell people that really have that kind of lifestyle where they're kind of showing off what they have a lot. And this is the latest, greatest, best, newest technology that you can use to protect your paint. There's no better way to protect your paint. It's something that you can brag about to your friends at dinner. It's something to talk about. You're gonna love it. And last but not least is the resale value. Some of you will argue with me on this. Oh, aftermarket parts don't increase resale value. That's true, almost. I would say cars less than 100 grand, that's probably true across the board. But when you start getting into really expensive cars, really cool cars, people care if it has PPF, myself included, and I think I'm a reasonable person. I think it's Warren Buffett that says if you're a reasonable person that would pay this price for this thing, then somebody else would too. And I think I'm a relatively reasonable person, and I'm telling you that it matters to me for the resale value. If I'm looking at a new Lamborghini, a new Porsche, Hellcat, if it didn't have PPF on it and it has miles on it, I immediately think that it's damaged and it devalues the car in my mind. I will pay more of a top dollar for a car that has PPF that has no paint damage on it. So I think that it does help retain the resale value, specifically private parties, specifically with really cool cars, collector cars. If you have a Yukon Denali, still a great car, but there's a million of them out there and you're probably gonna trade it in on the next one. The dealership, I don't think, is going to care about the PPF other than the quality, the condition of the car is gonna be really good. But private parties where you're gonna make your money back on the PPF. I'm not here to tell you what to do. It's your car, it's your money, it's your life, it's your decision. So for those of you that are gonna comment and tell me how horrible of a person I am for scamming people out of their money for the clear film that goes on their car, cool, we don't care that you feel that way. I'm telling you, there's a bunch of people out there that think like me, and we care about our cars. We do want them to look great for a long time. I wanted to give you guys an honest review of the pros and cons of PPF, stuff that we run into every single day here at Blackout Tinting. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more content like this.